It's been a long patch of games. It's to go on a 12-day road trip at this part of the season and play the amount of games that we have had to play in the last period of time, is strenuous on our guys, and I was very proud of their effort today. Especially we put ourselves in maybe a difficult situation at the beginning of the game, and the ability to come back from that situation. I thought in the second half we managed the game very well. Could have had a few more. We're unlucky. Clint shot off the post, and so forth. But we were creating opportunities. We were controlling the ball, and we weren't giving much away anymore. And so I was pleased with that.
Was now your single season scoring leader. What can you say about what he did tonight?
Well, he's still got more games to go, so it's not the record yet. And Clint's right there, close to him as well. So, we'd like them both to get beyond what the old record was. So, I thought Oba played very well tonight. I thought he worked very hard off the ball as well. And, it's great. I also think it's maybe the most goals he's had in the season. So, we're very proud of him.
What does that say about his season so far, to be able to get to that mark, as you say, for now?
He's had a good season. He's been, I think it shows that last year, at the end of last year, he was just fatigued, from having not gotten a break and gone from, the Russian season to the Spanish season to our season without a break. And now that he had a proper preseason and got that break in between, I think he's sustaining his effort, and he's sustaining it now late in the season. So, he's a very important piece to our team, and him and Clint, are very good together.
I know, but they did also break a record today for most goals combined in a season at 28. What makes their chemistry so special together?
As I've said before, they look for each other. They know where each other are on the field. So when one has the ball, he knows where the other one is, and when the other one has the ball, he knows where they are. And the thing is, they move for each other off the ball, and they find, they have confidence and trust each other in that connection.
Have you ever had an attacking duo as strong as these two?
I don't think so. No. Certainly the talent level of these two together, each individually can carry a front line for you, and so together they are a real handful. Every team, I know when they play us, that's something that they have to worry about when those two are on the field together. So from a standpoint of having two, what I would call lead strikers on a team, that's not a luxury you get all the time as a coach.
What's Lamar doing different now than maybe he wasn't doing a month ago?
I think he's paying attention to the little things. By the little things, I think he's working harder off the ball. He's defending a little more, or defending better, and that is allowing him to be in positions where when we recover the ball or he recovers the ball, he's getting after them, because they're all of a sudden forgetting about him because he's maybe coming from a little deeper, and then he gets forward. So like even on the run, where they deflected it off and he got the breakaway goal, it's, those runs are coming from deeper now, and so it's harder for them to pick him up. And he's obviously, when he's gotten around the goal, he's done well. He finished his goal well today, and the better play he made was not touching the ball on the fourth goal. Just having the wherewithal to not touch it. Although, to be very honest, I'm watching games, and I'm a coach and I'm confused by the offside rule now. I don't understand it anymore. I used to understand it. I don't think I understand it anymore. So.
As well as those three may have played, though, I have to imagine you're a little frustrated with giving up 2 goals and going behind twice.
We're frustrated with that, and that's something we addressed, at halftime. Maybe, I'm older, so I don't tend to be very loud at halftime. Maybe I was a little louder today. But it's something that we know has got to get better, and we've, it's like the first goal in Dallas was a really fluky goal, and and the goals today were like fluky goals, bouncing off people, rebounding, and seem to always fall their way. Certainly Barrera hits a great shot, the one that hits underneath the crossbar, and that starts that sequence. But the first one is just it's just a convolution of weird bounces. But we have to be better, and we have to make sure we don't give those up.
Are there, other than the bounces, are there common threads in those goals? I want to say it's 11 goals in 5 games, something like that.
It's just we got countered on the one goal, and we just have to be more resilient in our one-on-one defending. Our one-on-one defending needs to be better. Our defending as a group needs to be better. Sometimes we need to just clear the ball. You know, we're a team that likes to pass the ball and likes to entertain the fans. You know, that's the kind of team we are. We're an entertaining team. And so sometimes guys, instead of just clearing it, they're trying to find passes. I think there was one play in the second half where our defender had it, and you know, most defenders in the league, probably 90% of the defenders would just play it long down the line. And he tried to find a pass inside and split, and it gets cut off, and now they're counterattacking on us. And that's where we have a lot of faith in our passing ability, but it's also what makes us a fun team to watch. I think that's the reason our fans come, because they know they're going to be entertained by us. So, you know, I don't know. They used to say, you know, from a entertainment value, 4-2 is better than 1-0, right? You know, I still.
Is it better as a coach?
No, 4-2 is a lot harder on your heart than 1-0. You know, I'd rather take the 1-0, but certainly, you know, this has been an up year for scoring in the league as a whole for MLS, and I think that's positive. And there's entertaining soccer being played in our league.
What was the reason behind going with Anigo Ba instead of Traore in the defensive side?
You know, Jaleel had played the game in New York, and you know, he played at right back, and he's really more of a center back. And we just felt in this game that you know, it was his turn again to get out there. You know, Jimmy has been coming off an injury too, so for him to come and play after Wednesday's game, to come back now and play 90 again today would have been maybe a little bit harder because he really hasn't had you know, that big amount of game time where I was confident he could get through 90 minutes. And Jaleel, who didn't play in Dallas, you know, I figured he could go 90 today.
And finally, what was your thoughts on how Azera did today?
I thought Michael played very well. You know, he sort of was a little bit the forgotten man, and you know, we talked, and I said, you're going to get an opportunity tomorrow. We talked the day before the game, and I thought Michael responded really well. I thought he did a good job closing things down. I thought he was quick. You know, him and Ozzy, you know, found each other with the ball. You know, I was very, very pleased with how he played, especially, I don't know if you know how difficult it is when you haven't played in a while like he has, and to get out there and then deliver that kind of performance, I think speaks not only to his play, I think it speaks to his character. And, you know, he's a good character guy.
How serious is Leo's injury?
It's a hamstring that's slight, but something that we felt if we tried to play it today, there's a chance he could pull it and be out for a long time. So, you know, we're hoping that by Colorado he should be able to be back in the mix.
Did the test clarify anything on Zach Scott?
The MRI's tomorrow. There's nothing broken there. It's, you know, his ankle is, it's a little bit arthritic, and so it's a little bit of bone on bone. So it's more, we're thinking, without all the final results, it's more like a bone bruise, you know, in the ankle joint itself. And so we just got to see. But he's a tough character, and I know if anybody will come back sooner rather than later, it's him.
You mentioned the offside rule earlier. On Lamar's goal, it looked like the flag was up, and was there any explanation as to why they waited?
On Lamar's goal, yeah, because the ball came off them. The ball came off them, and so that, you know, that negated the offside. But, you know, I have trouble with the offside law. I guess to explain myself, I have trouble is somebody standing offsides and a defender sees that he's offsides, the ball gets hit, and the flag doesn't go up, or it's not going to go up unless he touches the ball. So now the defender retreats. But because the guy's offsides, he ends up not really hitting the ball well or making a bad clearance, and then it goes to them, and then it's like, oh, okay, it's a new play now, so everybody's back on. It's like, well, the reason they were able to get that opportunity is because the guy was offsides, and if he hadn't been offsides, the defender would have played the ball completely differently. So that's the part of the rule that I have trouble with right now. So, but it's, I don't know. It's a
Brad
weird one.
Evans at left back, were you happy with his play?
Yeah, I mean, Brad's a man for all seasons. He's done a lot of different things for us at different times. And when Leo went down, we felt, you know, we wanted to go with the Zera inside midfield. And, you know, we felt with Papa and Nagel wide, we were okay there. So we wanted to go with Brad at left back because we wanted that experience back there.
What's your feeling about this group after 5 games in 16 days?
I mean, I'm proud of the group. You know, I'm proud of the group. I'm proud of our character. You know, again, you know, we've shown an ability to come back in a lot of those games. And, you know, there was nobody more disappointed than the group after the games in New York and the game in Dallas. But, you know, we're in first place. People are still chasing us. They got to get 3 points to stay even with us. And we're going to continue and put that pressure on for the rest of the season.